have to run over to that like autumn forest over there to find like reliable grass types
Honestly,
and
you
stuff.
gotta run all over the place.
I got you, bro. Is that what I should do right now?
I would get up to like 15-ish, and then yeah, you'll have like a couple moves that you
How do
have
I
them fight.
choose my put or pull back my Pokemon?
Press R.
Come back, Torchic. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be the best Pokemon trainer out there. I'll beat
That was
Ash
fun.
Ketchum and all of them chumps. Yeah. Yeah. My character's just gonna say that all the time. It's gonna get old fast.
Are you live yet?
Chill. I just started it. If that's all right. I mean, I should
That's
have.
fine.
That's
I figured you would.
yes, sir. It's gonna be the next thing, man. Oh shit. You know it's crazy? The symbol for the game, that little Pokeball. Um, me, my dad, and like four of my buddies and my cousin have that symbol tattooed on us.
Nice.
On our ankle, yeah. We all like did it to each other and shit. Damn, my character be randomly jumping.
Uh,
Uh,
go press
you can turn
escape.
it off. Go into controls. Turn off auto jump.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. That should be in order. Damn, you gotta go deep in this forest, huh? Oh, there's some over there. I'm about to
You
learn
gotta make
quick.
sure they're the right level.
Oh yeah, don't want to get smoked. I think it's crazy that they have like the actual sprites.
Yeah.
I thought they were about to be like all,
Yeah,
and
Nintendo lets this shit fly. It's crazy.
like it's wholesome.
They really can't do shit.
Except patent the whole fucking industry of it.
No one profits from it. They have no
No,
case.
no, they already put a patent out for the process of like capturing a team member with any kind of like capsule that and it like basically monster hunting games.
For sure. But the way it works in business law is um you can't profit from it. They're doing this shit for free.
Yeah.
But what are they gonna do?
Yeah, they're all over Pal World. That shit was crazy.
Mhm.
Holy shit, I just saw
It
like
didn't help the game blew
six
up,
Magikarp spawn in front of my face.
and everyone like in their YouTube video would put Pokemon with guns, Pokemon with guns. You know, and Nintendo's like, yeah, we gotta let's get a
If
guy
anything,
for
that was
that
the fans' fault.
for real. Damn,
Shit,
bro,
Dragon Breath?
there's so many Pokemon everywhere.
Dragon Breath, yeah, and
Wait,
it's
how do
Dragon type.
you have to like switch it?
Yeah, if you can only have four.
So yeah, Dragon type is Dragon Breath.
Yeah, so Dragon type is good against
I just
Dragon type.
learned it.
It's good against itself, and it Dragon like Pokemon are weak to a lot of things, and when they're weak to something, they're very weak to it. So it's
Right.
good if you can like have a Pokemon that is not Dragon type, say yours, and have a Dragon type move. You do good coverage.
Yo, so like if you want to dress your character up different, you just have to change it in the Minecraft shit, right?
Think so?
Like my avatar and shit.
Yeah.
Damn, you level up each time. That's crazy.
It stops after a while.
Oh, slows down a little.
Yeah. It's still decently quick, but it does slow down.
Bro, yeah. Maybe it's because you don't.
Like the little blue line underneath it, I think.
Yeah.
You're looking at it.
Oh, that's where it is. I thought it was because I couldn't see a blue line that it was like felt fast.
Holy shit, this fucking thing.
Yeah, get one-shotted, you Caterpie, you little shrub.
What? Yeah. And what?
Are there
Yeah.
gym battles and shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta go out and find the gyms.
Damn, bro. This is crazy.
We found a fairy type one.
Oh, really? That'd be interesting to try to
It's not
take
hard.
on. No?
Fairy is an example of something really good against dragon. So is ice.
Yeah.
Really good. What?
Really good against dragon.
Oh, yeah.
So what is this? What
If
does
only it
say?
could be a grass gym, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, I would really love a water gym, to be honest.
I love
I
how
got the Gen 9 grass started.
all the
I'm the only
Pokemon
grass
have their own
starter.
noises and shit. They're like they're
And
talking.
they're like accurate.
Yeah. Some of them sound like unique. Like I don't know where they're getting the sounds from. Movies, I don't.
Variant TM. What TM? Put this on your Pokemon to start imprinting them. Oh, wait. Okay, so I can maybe get my like special move.
The core fish are swimming in the water, bro. What the fuck? Oh, my screen is still frozen on the stream for some reason, bro. What? Okay. I have to fix that.
Donnie, did you see how huge starter is, by the way?
How what?
My Florigato, because it's random, your start, their size multiplier. I
Mm-hmm.
got the biggest one on. So
Oh,
right
jeez. That's sick. Where do you see that? Is there like kind of like
go to your
stats?
inventory, press E, and then left side, right.
Oh, the summary.
And then I
They
think on
got
the stats page,
Dynamax in this shit?
yeah, bro. On the stats page, it tells you their. This one is infamous. So the teenage Regato right now is like blocks tall, probably.
So I learned the fucking dragon
There's
shit. Why does it not here?
growth huge.
Right?
Ah. Oh my god,
Did
it's
you
a grubbin. I had a grubbin named Peanut in a what's it called? Forget what it's called when you Nuzlocke. I was playing Nuzlocke and I had one of these grubbins named Peanut and he was a good Pokemon, but then he died in battle.
Valiant?
Valiant. So I think we're gonna have to catch him. If I had a Pokeball, die, bitch. Ah.
We have
Oh my god, he knows Mud Slap. Torchic, no, he's
you're
dead. Guys, my
good.
Pokemon, he died.
You're
Oh my
good.
god. Oh my god, Torchic.
Now you
No.
get to play Minecraft for a little bit.
Torchic, no.
Left side is starting to get dark.
God,
Yeah.
where's our bed?
When you sleep, you sleep.
Oh God, Torchic. They hit him in the head, bro, really, really hard. He's really messed up right now. Mud slapped him really bad. Oh my, bro, Torchic, how did you die to a bug? What?
Just kidding. Back.
Oh, Bellsprout. Bellsprout. I'm trying to figure out what button is a map over here.
Okay.
Jay.
Oh, it's a good map button.
Right. You can change it.
Okay, Grubbin, get away from me. You can't kill me anymore. Ow.
We should just fucking carry beds.
But then if you slash kill,
That's true.
well, I guess the world spawn is still here.
True.
Have you guys seen this stuff about the like gassed updater?
If they like dehydrate or whatever.
Well, yeah, but the lore implications behind it.
Oh.
Like the reason the ghasts cry is to keep their children
As to what?
to keep their children alive. Like,
Damn.
right?
Uh,
Do you want me to break this thing? I can break it with fucking iron pickaxe.
I tried with an iron.
And it didn't break.
No. I don't know why.
Alright, I'll come back when we sleep. Get our Pokemons back.
Yeah, we can sleep.
oh God. Guys, does my Torchic look okay? No.
He might not make it.
No! No! How did I die? Oh, well, I went to heaven with Torchic. That's the end of the story right there. I got him at level 5, leveled him up to level 8, got mudslapped by Grubbin, and I die in bed with him.
Nuzlocke over.
How the fuck did I die?
Killed
Yeah,
you.
I don't know.
And my
He was being a dick and killed you.
bro, my whole Pokemon is still dead, bro.
Rather accusatory.
Damn, do I heal him up here? Right at
Is
this
he still
thing?
dead?
Yeah, bro. I think it's because I died.
Because you didn't sleep, yeah.
Bro, I was laying down. That's the craziest part.
That's so weird, dude.
You did it.
No.
Oh,
So
there's
you
a.
fell through.
Oh, yeah. There's a big Clefairy and a little Clefairy.
Hey. Oh, Donnie, look at. You want to see my Pokemon? How big?
Jacob.
Donnie, did you just join?
I joined a little bit ago and got the game downloaded. I'm in the server, brother.
The Losis, Andrew, what's that?
Psychic.
My Torchic. Hey, no, my Torchic's back. Time to go and level him up to
Hey, where's
be
the
a
heal thing?
master.
Is this the heal thing?
We don't have
Pokemon
a heal.
Master. I
You
will
still
be
don't have it?
fighting
Damn.
Brother,
to be a
Sorry.
master.
I'm
Pokemon
digging
on a
this
Master.
level.
No, tell him,
Get it
Jacob.
done.
What? Yeah. What do you think
What do you
Goober
make
number
it?
one over there has been? Me? I'm trying to dig out the area so we can like build our base in it.
No, I'm saying, what do we need to for the healer?
I'm not sure. I can look at the recipe page. Machines. You need a diamond, 4 aluminum, and 3 iron, and then a dye for whatever color we want it to be.
This shit's so fun. It's really not hard to get at all.
Donnie's lost to 1 grub and died.
Yeah, I was laid in bed and then
He's
my
having a
character.
blast.
Yeah, bro. I'm having a good old time over here. I'm watching Pidgey swim around in the water. It's crazy.
Bro, what?
Yeah, there's a Pidgey over here swimming with a.
Fight him. Fight that Pidgey. Beat him up.
Dude, this car.
I gotta look for bugs so I can one shot them all. Kill these nerds. Pokeball, go! Yeah,
Man, you should help me dig.
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Get smoked. Oh, there's a Pinnacle over here, bro. What up, Jay?
What up?
You know, just training my Pokemon. Damn, is that a shiny over there, bro?
It's probably a boss.
True sweet
Brother,
Pidgey.
when she comes down here, I'm probably send you back upstairs and we.
Bro. Oh, is it? Never mind. It's a toadstool. I forgot those were a thing. They run around, look like the tentacruel.
You a true sweet Bippy, I did.
God, did you just?
You sweet Bippy, dude.
You're sweet, Beppy. I did.
Oh, brother.
Oh, that's right. I can't fight Piplup because he's still painted.
Jacob, help me dig until the end of the day.
Bro, I'm trying to find like another one right now. I feel like I might have a little bit more luck with that.
And I'm training to be a Pokemon master. Yeah.
Why does it sound like you just
Early. That's how
why you're
dedicated.
fucking. You said you're going to be. You didn't say you were.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, we got a subscriber. Who threw that down?
My lure just expired.
What the fuck is a Hatena? Oh no. Fucking blueberries.
Yo, Jay, what's going on?
Yet beating up on this little fucking Wordle guy.
Hell yeah. We don't need Pokemon. Just beat these Pokemon's ass with our hands, bro.
Whoop my ass.
Just start
Holy shit! I
walk up
just
to
one
some
shot
Weedles.
that dude. He's level 12.
Oh, huge. I just found revives.
I got a gas.
Nice. Code school. I don't think this is gonna go well for me.
Ashley's going. She wants to go. Have a good night, brother. Do you work tomorrow? I do. Otherwise, I will see you at work the next day. I mean, I don't work till 5 tomorrow, so if you want to come, ReZero came out with an episode. We can
Woo!
check it.
Let's beat that motherfucker and have 5 hit points left.
Oh, baby, we have a moonstone. My Clefairy's a.
Bro, that Clefairy, it's about to evolve. That bitch is about to go. Right.
What level do they all that?
Whenever you
Just
give it a moonstone.
you just put that bitch in their hand and they just start
Some
glowing.
Pokemon have different requirements to evolve. They're all different levels, but some need stones, some need friendship levels. But now I have Clefable.
How you figure that shit out?
You, you gotta know it or have it in your Pokedex.
You gotta play this shit for 20 years.
You're gonna.
True.
I know more
Like I
about
told
fucking
you,
Minecraft than I know about Pokemon.
like I told you, you're gonna
Hey,
have to
you got
game a lot.
something going.
I can build you just about any fucking farm, especially in 1.16, which this is. I don't know dick about Pokemon.
You're gonna have to wiki it.
You said I could ask you, you fucking cocksmoke.
Welcome to
I
the
can
world of Pokemon. Yeah.
as much as I can, but at the same time, like if you're playing by yourself at all, like oh,
Oh
what's
yeah,
this
for
Pokemon?
sure, for sure.
Especially like oh, like what does this turn into? Like when you get a Pokemon, look at it, be like okay, like look on the wiki. What when does it evolve? What does it evolve? Like something I think is cool that I want to like focus on training.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out Charmander and see.
Charmander is sick. You'd want to invest into that because that's not only gonna be like a really strong Pokemon, but that's gonna be like your mount. Like you can fly on Charizard.
He
I
turns in
got it.
Charizard at level 36 as well, so it's not like
Yeah,
crazy.
which is pretty low.
Level 14.
Especially like yeah. Well, I think 17. Is it 16 or 17? He turns
16.
into
I know one of
Charmander.
them evolves at a lower level. I think that might be
Always the grass
Wordle.
types.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
a fact.
definitely Boulder.
100%. Yeah.
Fuck, this wiki sucks.
This year was the well, last year I guess it was the fire type. Crocalore.
That new Pokemon game coming out is gonna be nuts, bro. Multiplayer and shit.
Yeah, I'm excited for it just because like I love Pokemon. I'm not gonna complain.
I feel that,
But
brother.
I
Gotta
have
play
high
everyone.
for people not happy about like the early playtests saying that it doesn't seem like they're putting a lot of effort into it, which does scare me.
Is everybody
Yeah.
going back to play?
Hopefully the trees look a little better in this one.
Right, bro. Well, what they need to do is upgrade the system. The Switch needs to like just be a console at this point, and they need to
Yeah,
like.
they're coming out with that Switch 2 soon. That shit will be the real deal.
That's what
You
Maybe
they
have a
say.
Switch, Andrew?
Last time, yeah. But like
maybe they can add
even
more.
this last one, Scarlet and Violet, like I wouldn't say visually it was like amazing. It was good. Like, it was cool.
Like, yeah, how do you make
But
like
like
Breath of the Wild and then you make a Pokemon game with shit like that? It didn't look terrible. I mean, like the game's not terrible because of the,
but it's
you
the
know.
system is choppy. Like it's the actual quality of gameplay is hindered by the fact that the Nintendo Switch is just outdated at this point.
No, for real, bro.
Um,
Might as well get a Steam Deck.
No, for
Ah,
real, or
Shit.
the next Xbox, but that's gonna have like Steam compatibility. It's like basically the way Xbox described it was it's a PC that is optimized for TV game control because it
hell yeah.
runs Windows like kind of crazy.
All right, breeding requirements, transfer.
My buddy Luis said, I just want Nintendo to keep
About
up
damn
with modern
time
game
somebody
graphics
made the PS
if they're going to
again.
charge $70 for game. You know, they be charging $60, $70 for games and they're like just like a remake or something. Like fuck, dude. Nintendo loves their money though, and they know they can get it from people.
Yeah, they do. It doesn't matter how old the game is. This shit's always the same price.
I might have to take a short break, but someone should keep digging for me, low key. Oh, I just texted you.
So level 16 is when this bitch can evolve. How do you
Damn
like
it.
see
No,
where it
no,
evolves though, or does
no,
it just
no.
automatically do it?
It just does it when it meets the requirements.
Because it says it evolves into Charmeleon at 16 and evolves further into Charizard at level 36, and that's literally the only fucking requirement.
Yeah, for him,
That's pretty sick.
not for all of them.
That motherfucker's gonna come sleep or what?
Yeah, my
Oh
fault,
yeah, I'm
dude.
coming. I'm coming. My Torchic is at 1 HP right now, so I think it's about time.
Filling the balls.
Nice. Oh, Jacob's here too.
It's a random Pokeball. The fuck?
Oh shit. I'm in the battle right now. My bad, dog. No, Torchic, don't die. Torchic, no.
I'll be back.
We lost him. What? Nice. Okay.
There you go, Torchic. Bro, Torchic just beat a level 17 Clefairy. He's level 11 right now with 1 HP. That's crazy. Time to go to bed.
Everybody sleeping?
Yeah, I think so.
This is not fucking actually going through.
Who?
That's
Just
valid,
out here
Andrew.
sleeping.
Where?
I feel so close to you right now. It's almost feel. There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. You know, Torchic is at level 11 right now. Maybe 12, I think. 11.
Why the fuck is this shit not working? Oh, we're missing somebody.
All of our characters have insomnia. Slumber me, brother. All right, Torchic. Time to go train some more. Yeah. See you guys later.
Damn.
Can you fight each other?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm about to fight someone and talk like that the whole time. You want to take me on? Okay, let's go. Yeah. Torchic. Flame charge. Yeah. To be a master. A Pokemon master.
No, but you were on it earlier today.
Damn, that Bidoof ran charging at me. Boy.
Fuck did I crash? Like, oh shit.
It's great that it has like the actual music too on Minecraft.
Like real Pokemon music.
More like the just the original Minecraft music. The battle themes are cool, but just a little like the Shawshank playing. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tanks. Everything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than the Shawshank. I don't want ball, mate. I don't want ball, mate. What do I ball, man? All I do is ball, man. Strudel. Strudel. Oh, shit. No. Flame charge, Torchic. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. A Zelda Twilight Princess remake would be wild. I still got that shit on the Wii U, bro. I low-key want to buy like um a modded Wii U with a bunch of games on it. They be selling them on the internet with like 32 games on them, just pre-downloaded.
Hey, Pikachu.
Yeah, no, if they remade Twilight Princess on the Switch, game over, bro. Take my money.
That'd be fire. That'd be so fun.
No, for real.
Just captured a Pikachu.
Nice. That's pretty sick.
What the fuck is that?
Original Final Fantasy VII remake, but not like remastered.
The fuck are these teacups? Jesus Christ. Yeah, what color Pokemon Pokeball ingredients should I get?
Black and yellow.
Ah, you know what it is.
Hello.
What up?
I have 4 of these Pokebags.
I'm training to be a Pokemon master.
What are you actually?
Yes, I'm gonna make my grandpappy proud.
It just says yes.
Yes.
Oh shit.
I'll be Hokage one day.
Alright,
Damn,
let's head
big
back
ass
whenever we
Might
can
use
Clefairy.
so
this
we
thing.
can repair our fucking so we can heal our shit.
Yeah, I don't think I'll buy another
Those
PlayStation for
balls.
GTA 6. I think I'll just patiently wait for it to come on PC.
That's what I'm gonna.
I'm gonna play the fuck out of that game the day it launches.
It's gonna be nuts, man. It's gonna be insane. I feel like it's gonna change the world in certain ways. It's like super realistic and kids start playing that shit like crazy. Ah! I don't feel
Dude,
like video games cause that
my
shit,
friend,
but
when GTA 5 came out, dude, that was what, 12 years ago.
yeah.
I still play that shit.
I was gonna say, my friend had a countdown on his phone. He was 14,
Yeah.
13.
I remember
Play that
the
shit on
servers.
modded servers.
I remember those servers didn't work for like a couple weeks because there's just an overwhelming amount of people trying to play. Just imagine how much money they're gonna make,
Xbox
bro.
360, dude.
They're gonna make billions on billions of dollars for that shit.
Well, they bought 5M too.
Yeah. You think we're
That's how I
gonna?
play that shit on 5M.
You think that shit's gonna get delayed again? There's a lot of people that believe it
Uh,
will.
it was. What do you mean? It wasn't not even scheduled to come out till the end of the year.
Yeah, people say it won't come out still.
I
Like
used
they're
to work
gonna
for a
put
video
another
game
one.
distribution company. It'll be out.
Oh yeah. They've probably been working on that bitch since GTA 5 was released and shit.
It's been a minute for sure.
They gotta like, as games get more and more advanced, they have to like go back through and update shit. I'm sure it's hard.
The fuck's everybody at?
I am somewhere.
Damn, y'all way the fuck away.
I am somewhere. Zoom out with my mouse.
Yeah, way the fuck south. Billy's way the fuck down there.
I can sleep.
I can't.
Log out.
True.
Find a Jigglypuff and lay down on him. He'll sing you a song.
Go to the
Is
Snorlax
Andrew
fields.
even here though?
Yeah, he's over here fucking digging on the wall.
He's sleeping in bed while holding a piece of bread. In bed with some bread. This guy.
Hey Donnie, I'm gonna tell you this with with take this with a grain of salt. You should watch Fire Force.
Hell yeah. I watched like 5 of the episodes. That's about it.
The fan service is a little bit weird at some points. it makes me uncomfortable sometimes. So.
There's parts where like he'll trip and he like falls into the chick and grabs her boob and shit. It's like it's one of
What are
those
you
shows.
talking about?
It's like an anime. And sometimes in those shows they have parts where like the main character will trip, like fall into a girl, and then they're like, oh, some Japanese
Well,
shit.
one of the main characters, basically, her entire character trait is somehow she trips and all of her clothes come off, except for like
Okay.
her bra and underwear.
It's like,
It's
oh,
really
whoa.
it adds absolutely nothing to the story and is unnecessary, like completely unnecessary.
Except for if he's perverted little people to watch anime.
It just makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But the
I
fights
think
are
it
really
adds to
good.
the story.
Yeah, my little brother, when he was younger, he liked fire trucks and shit. So I'm like, hey, bro, you want to watch a show with these firefighter dudes? And they
Oh.
fight. And then, yeah, I was watching it. And then that shit happened. And I was like, all right, buddy, we're going to turn this off.
Happens real
Like,
quick.
yeah, it happened. Episode 4 is just like, whoa, holy shit. And he kind of just turns around and looks at me. I'm just like,
Excited.
Honey.
he's like, hey, yo. That shit was crazy.
Gets excited.
I haven't watched it since. Yeah, now bro's finished with season 2 and he's only 5 years. I'm kidding.
These Pokebags are clutch. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty epic.
I have like 3 inventories. Yeah.
My buddy said, nah, man, you got to catch up on One Piece. That's like my buddy Meat Will
Yeah,
over
dude.
here.
Where are you? Yeah, where are you, Donnie? Huh? Where are you? Have you been watching it at all?
No.
Dude, I am so ready for the new season to come out. Dude, literally like a week. Oh my god.
Hey, yo, thank you, Tree Man, for the subscription over here, bro. Appreciate that.
Give me 1 second. My bad, dude. I'm not doing my job right. No.
Yeah, bro. What do I pay you for,
That's what I'm
motherfucker?
saying, man.
Come on now. It's all right. You're in your snail shell. You know, you don't bug a snail when they're in their shell. What does WSG mean, Tree Man?
West Side Gang.
Warsaw Gulch.
Or what's good? Or
What's good?
yeah,
That makes more sense.
yeah. What's up, Tree Man? I'm just over here playing with some buddies.
Dude,
We got how many of us in here now?
5.
5.
where's Mitch at, bro?
We're living on top of this mountain over here. My buddy Luis is also in here,
We
bro.
have
He's a
$600.
moderator, so he,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
saw.
So if we
Huge.
got anyone sus, yeah, it would have been okay.
Get rid of some of this junk.
I heard a metapod. Time to burn him to death.
No, what are white shards used
Crafting.
for? Crafting?
It's Pokemon drug.
I don't fucking know.
I don't either.
You said white shards?
Yeah, white shards and black shards.
Bro, Pokemon be spawning on top of trees. What is this?
Let's see. Craft a white flute.
Okay.
Yeah, now, Luis, we're gonna have to
Six
play some
shards,
Phasmophobia sometime, bro.
sugarcane, and some glass panes.
Let's do it this weekend. For sure. Why did Nova say, oh my god?
Charmander.
Oh, he's over there digging.
Charmander's evolving.
Make some TNT.
Yo, Nova, do you need some help doing that? Or should I just keep leveling up my chick?
So dark.
What the fuck?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm sure one of these guys will be down to play some Phasmophobia with us.
Probably.
Hell yeah. Trying to get a group. Oh, I need a Talo, bro. I used to have like a level 100 Swellow when I was a kid.
Hmm.
That was the GOAT Pokemon. On Emerald. Aerial Ace is crazy, bro. That attacks nuts.
Pick this thing out.
Damn, Jay. Sheesh. It's as tall as me.
Yeah, it is. He just fucking became that.
Just imagine how big Charizard's going to be. He's going to be as
I
big
know.
as a tree.
He's gonna be huge.
Hmm.
Haha, he's dope. He looks like he could beat any of these Pokemon around here.
Luxury ball.
Mm, Doot, 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 doot. Hey, what's going on, Lily Frog? Lily Frog on kick. Stream's going good. Just doing a little grinding over here on my Pokemon, leveling up. We're all kind of running around, doing our own thing at the moment. Then we all reunite and sleep in the beds together every night.
No, I usually just. I would. No.
Have a sleepover.
Oh shit!
Yo, they're adding Super Saiyan 4 Goku to Fortnite. Will it be like a free update? Oh yeah, that's it right there. That's a whole routine right now. We fight, fight, fight. Yeah, I've been trying to stream daily. I just got done doing like 50 days in a row. Not all day, every day. Obviously, you gotta make money and shit, but
I found a heal thing. What do you want me to do with it?
I don't think you could. I think it breaks.
you can also hop on the YouTube channel. I have all my
Magic.
streams uploaded there. Snail Overlord.
Like breaks when you try to move it or whatever. Where's it at?
Damn, there's nothing over here. I should hop back.
Marker on waypoint.
Hold on, I'm fighting the can you.
Oh yeah, I am streaming on Twitch. It's in the bottom right corner. My name on the screen there. I stream on all three: YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So yeah, come over here and subscribe on Twitch as well, man. Just Snail Overlord.
Red sand.
Hey yo, thanks Lily. That'd be awesome. Always looking for some new snails to earn their new shell. What color will yours be? Will it be pink, purple? Yeah. The snail overlord delivers any shell one shall need. Oh, I'm getting a little tired, guys. I think I might need to go back to the beds.
Loser.
There you go.
What is this? Some stairs?
That's a little room. That's cool.
Fair enough, Donnie.
Are you trying to sleep?
One heavy duty boots.
I'm just chilling by the beds.
You can try and find it.
I'm fucking over by you.
Because
Are y'all
let's
trying
see
to
if
sleep?
that anyway.
I don't think they actually have beds in the villages.
Wow. Spawn in a swamp biome.
Hmm.
I'm in a swamp biome.
Shit. Might need to get them.
Just found a fucking TV. You need to sleep so you can heal. Go ahead. Let me know when you're done. I'm not running back.
Okay. Sleeping.
Yeah, I'm laying in the bed here. They're also adding Tokyo Ghoul to Dead by Daylight, bro. No way.
That's kind of cool.
That's badass, bro. I'll be curious to see what they do there. I like to play a bunch of RPG games, story mode games,
back in.
party games, whole bunch of shit. All sorts of different things. Been playing some Repo, but until more updates come out, I think we kind of slowed down on that one.
For now, probably.
Just kind of same thing. They should come out with some cosmetics for that game, you know? They change your little dude up. Put a little hat on him or
I
something.
think they might have come up with mods, but I don't know.
Oh, they have a trailer out for it? Yeah, I might have to watch that before I hop off. React to it. They just gonna have Kaneki throwing people on spikes and shit, or what? Bro just transform completely and just starts murking people.
Now I'm trying to level. Trying to level and trying to find a good Pokemon. Some safety goggles.
You don't know what you're looking for yet?
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. Thought that much to say.
I got a few if you want to trade some.
Like what?
See. Oh shit, a smoker.
I don't have anything to trade. Promise you that.
I just fucking grab shit while I'm running around. I have a Shroodle, a Fletchling, and a Pikachu.
Strudel. That seems like a Jacob Pokemon, honestly. The Strudels. His last form's pretty cool. It's like a big old snapping turtle. Ah.
The only one I ever use is well, it's Charmeleon now, but
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a beast. There's so many Pokemon he can choose from too.
Yeah, that's why I really just don't know.
what the fuck is this? Who just came up on me like he was wanting to smoke?
Yeah, some of them just like run up on you like, "Hey, wanna battle me?
And
Hey."
unfinished portal.
I just
Oh,
whipped up
mending
the whipper.
helmet?
Mending helmet?
Yeah. Gold.
I think I'll take this guy out. No, execute, use hypnosis. Wake up, Torchic. Wake up! Wake up, Torchic, you were just sleeping. Torchic, wake up! God damn it! He's gonna kill you!
Crashed.
Yeah, Torchic, get his ass. Yeah, Torchic, get his ass. Wake up. Yeah. Get him. Get him. Yeah. And he leveled up to 15 from that. That's insane. Up until this point, it took like 5, 6 Pokemon, maybe more to level up. But one execute level 10.
Those go, yeah, those are fucking hit high.
That's
Let's
crazy.
go a couple of those.
Wonder if more Pokemon are like that. Just running past them every time. One more level and my Torchic turns into a Combuskin, I think it's called. Yeah, yeah. Then it's Blaziken. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Start kicking. It's a big ass chicken, fire chicken that kicks things. It's fire feet.
Yeah.
Stands like he's about to punch you, but then he kicks you. Blaziken's
Get him.
badass though. His mega form. Oh boy. Top tier.
There's a Pikachu.
Hey that boy.
Catch him.
Pikachu looking. Pika. Gonna catch that Pika. Pika Pika Pika. Catch that Pika 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 Pika. Yeah. Ow. Those vines are deadly.
Fetch. Get in my ball. Fine. Throwing. For ball.
Damn, I'm almost out of attacks.
You broke free again, you little. Yeah.
Meatwell has made an achievement. What an achievement. A Pokemon of a different color. Damn, you're getting hella achievements over there. You got like 5.
I don't know why.
Crazy.
Who's getting them?
Uh Jakob. Meatwell.
Hmm.
Oh, I threw an egg at a Pidgey.
Swap Pokemon.
There you go, Torchic.
You guys know how to swap which Pokemon you throw out?
Yeah, use your up and down arrow.
Actual arrow keys.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another execute. Yeah. Torchic's asleep. It's GG's. Torchic died in his sleep, just like I died in my sleep 2 nights ago in the game.
This is
Oh my fucking gosh.
a harbor. It's a fucking crazy looking snake.
Well, I think we'll call it a night and hop off. Gotta do some shit. But this is real fun, bro. I really want to keep playing this with y'all and also learning it by myself,
Sure.
checking out different parties and shit. Shit's bussin'. Well, I will see y'all later. Peace out.
Later, man.
So, dude.
Yo, you have a good one, Jacob. Till I see you again. Stay up. Peace. Peace out, stream. I'm hopping off for the night. I want to just kind of relax a little bit. I don't want to sit in my game chair until I go to bed. So, yeah. I'm going to keep playing this. It's a lot of fun. Here we go. 3, 2.